BTN Live continues with a recap of the top story this evening. The basketball game tonight between Iowa and Indiana is postponed as a result of a piece of metal falling from the ceiling of Assembly Hall into the seats in the lower bowl. This happened about 6 hours before game time. Damaged seats, one was smashed, 5 seats were officially damaged. The rescheduling of the Iowa game against Indiana and the women's game tomorrow against Michigan will be determined as soon as possible. Mike Hall here, Scooney Penn joins me as well. We will hear from Scooney in a bit on some basketball topics, but we said we would take you out to Bloomington for more on this, and we do that now. Justin Albers is a writer and a men's basketball reporter for allhoosiers.com. He is there, and he joins us now. Justin, do we know what caused this?
We don't. IU athletic director Fred Glass did an interview with ESPN a little while ago in which he said the consultants and the engineers that had come in and taken a look at it thought it was weather-related. They don't really know entirely. I still think the athletic department is still trying to wrap its head around what happened and what caused it and how to fix it. So it sounded like the timeline for figuring all that out would be sometime before midday tomorrow to figure out what caused the issue and to start trying to get it fixed. So right now, I don't think they know a whole lot. They had their engineer come in, and then they had an outside consulting engineer come in and look at it. So they'll continue to do that until tomorrow, I guess, and then figure out what caused it.
It's a legendary building, and it's been open since 1971. Has anything remotely close to this ever happened before in Assembly Hall?
It has now, and I believe it hasn't probably happened anywhere around the country very often. I mean, and it's kind of ironic considering the renovations for Assembly Hall were just announced a couple months ago, and the multi-million-dollar renovation that they planned for the upcoming years. I think the athletic department at this point is just thankful that it happened, like you said, 6 hours before game time and not when people were in those seats.
Yeah, it's a $40 million renovation to upgrade luxury seating, bathrooms, a scoreboard, some infrastructure, among other things. And it's, again, hoped to be done by around 2016. What about this game? Obviously secondary to the safety, but can you play it at another site? Can you play it later on in the season? What do we know about when this game will actually happen?
Yeah, that's a good question. As of right now, Iowa is still in town, but they just released a statement a little while ago from athletic director Gary Barta in which they said the team will return to Iowa City tonight, which kind of rules out playing that game this week. There had been some discussion and some speculation that they might move it to Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis with the Pacers out of town for the next 7 days after tonight. It looks like that won't happen with Iowa returning back home tonight. But it's hard to believe they'd play a game here anytime soon. I'm told by a source within the athletic department that the women's basketball game scheduled for tomorrow night at 7 against Michigan is highly unlikely to be played at this point. And so you kind of look down the schedule of both teams, and there's really not any gaps that make sense until you get to the end of the regular season. Both teams finish on Saturday, March 8th, so maybe you make it up on that Tuesday before the big tournament or Big Ten tournament with Iowa already coming to town to Indianapolis. But Indiana probably wouldn't want to do that with where they sit in the standings and the likelihood that they probably have to play that game on Thursday. So there's not really an ideal situation right now. And, if they want to play it anytime soon, they're probably going to have to move it out of this building because it doesn't seem likely that they're going to play one here.
Justin Albers, men's basketball reporter for allhoosiers.com in Bloomington. Thanks for the time, Justin. We appreciate it.
Thank you.